Yeah. And of course, by the way, we're on with Stew Myrick from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Make sure you
Which
look
is
up his
also
podcast.
on the Odyssey app.
It is. There you go. So just, Odyssey it up. That's how you do it. So now comparing this to what's going on with WWE right now, some interesting little machinations going on with those guys as well. Of course, SmackDown has just moved to back to USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
NXT is going to the CW on October 1st. Raw, that date has been announced that they're going to be going to Netflix as of January 6th. And also, at least until June, apparently SmackDown is, I think, starting beginning of the year when they take Raw over to Netflix. SmackDown is going to be 3 hours, which I know many in the wrestling media have cringed over that heavily, but they're saying it's temporary. It's temporary. Stu, are you buying that SmackDown is going to be temporarily 3 hours?
No. If they move to 3 hours, it's going to be 3 hours. Now, look, it was hard enough to do a 3-hour Raw, even now. And look, Triple H is doing a great job with Raw, but even he has admitted in the past it is much easier to book a 2-hour show. 3 hours, you start to lose the audience. It's simple as that. That's why I hope Dynamite never goes to 3 hours. Look at what happened to Nitro back in the day. When Nitro went to 3 hours, that was one of the first nails in the coffin. They started to lose that, that vibe. And then, they had to start giving away stuff like Goldberg, Hogan, and that type of thing. So I would hope they're not going to make SmackDown 3 hours, but sounds like they're going to. I don't think it's not a good idea in my view. 2 hours is just enough. There's the old saying, especially in show business, you always leave them wanting more.
Right.
And I think that's what you're supposed to. I think that's what this should be. They, 2 hours, leave them wanting more. 3 hours, I think you're overstaying your welcome.
Do you think that there's a concern that, even though WWE got that $5 billion to go on Netflix, do you think they're a little worried about this move? Just a tad?
Sure.
I mean, here's the thing that I was thinking about this morning when I was getting ready for the show is you're putting Raw behind a paywall, essentially. You've got to have a Netflix membership. Now, do a lot of people have Netflix memberships? Of course they do. I've held out. I don't have one. But still, you're taking Monday Night Raw from being on broadcast TV, and not only are you streaming it, but now you're also streaming it behind something you got to pay for, separate from Peacock or anything else. I wonder if they're just a little nervous about what the result's going to be when they take it over there. I mean, I'm sure they're going to get viewers and all that, but maybe ad revenue concerns if they're adding an extra on SmackDown. I don't know. There's just something doesn't feel right about that to me.
It's there's that part. Now you're going to take a show that was on a cable network. You're going to put them on a streaming service. Easy for me to say that you have to pay monthly for, yearly, or whatever. So there's that. There's also the notion of putting a show on a streaming service, a live sporting event, which, we're starting to see more and more happen. The NFL's on Prime Video. You see the NBA on Max sometimes. You'll see, of course, Major League Baseball and Major League Soccer on Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
But we're still kind of in the infancy of that era. So what's going to happen? What are the viewers going to happen? Are you going to get them live? Because Netflix, I would suspect you can watch it whenever you want. So why watch it on a Monday night, especially right now? Especially, someone like me that's an NFL fan, I can watch Raw later. I'm gonna catch Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
So it is concerning. Now they're making enough money that those concerns should be mitigated a little, but it's still going to be This is something experimental, quite honestly.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be entertaining. Which team, if someone just put those, let's just say the money's equal, which deal would you take, Stu? The one that's rumored to be AEW or WWE? Where would you rather be? Because I know what I'd do, but if I just had that on paper, but then I don't know some of the demographics for Netflix, I guess. But
that's that's the thing, because you still have SmackDown on USA Network. They're still tied to NBC Universal. We got announced last week that Saturday night's main event is coming back to NBC.
Yes,
coming up in December. So you've got that still with you. Raw to Netflix. Netflix has lost some subscribers lately. A lot of it is the simple fact that there are so many streaming services now.
Yeah.
Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV Plus.
And a lot of them are losing money, by the way.
Well, that's the thing. It's getting to where it's all white noise now. They're all, there's too many of them. And it's kind of like we had the tech boom here in Austin back in the early mid 90s, where all these tech companies were opening up left, right. Everybody was tech. And then all of a sudden the bubble burst and most of them are gone. I get the sense that's what's going to happen eventually with all these streaming services. We're already seeing it with, like, you can get Hulu on Disney Plus. You can get, I saw Prime Video also had Paramount Plus. So you're already starting to see not necessarily some mergers, but a little bit of collaboration, consolidation.
Right.
So yeah, that also worries me a little bit.
Yeah, this is going to be a really transitional time for television, for professional wrestling. Can't wait to see where this all turns out. Hi, pro wrestling fans. Mark Hoke here. I'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment to join the Mark Hoke Show family, and please click on the subscribe button below. Also, please stick around and check out the incredible sponsor of this video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the Mark Hoke Show YouTube channel. Want a matching bonus up to $500 and have fun betting on pro wrestling plus all your favorite sports and entertainment events? Then you need to check out betonline.ag. Bet on all the top wrestling events, plus you can get a free 50% matching bonus up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Just go to markhokeshow.com, click on the betonline.ag link, and use sign-up code BOL1000 to get in on the action today and receive your 50% matching bonus. So get in on all the betting excitement. Sign up right now on markhokeshow.com with betonline.ag.